John T for the Boxing Voice. I'm delighted to be joined by former Cruiserweight World Champion and Sky Sports regular, Johnny Nelson. How are you, Johnny?
I'm good, thank you very much. It's nice to actually come for an exciting domestic fight on December the 11th with Eubank and Williams. So I'm looking forward to it.
What are your thoughts on that? A lot of people say that's a 50-50 fight.
It's not 50-50. Liam's my boy, and Liam can fight, but you've got to look at on paper the fights that both fighters have been in. And even though Liam just boxed the world title against Andrade, you've got to look at the big stage fights that Chris has been at. So I'd say 60-40, but it's a good fight, and those odds could turn, in a heartbeat. But it's a good fight. It's about tactics and choice.
What are your thoughts? Liam maybe goading him a little bit, trying to get under his skin?
That's what he's got to do. That's what he's got to do. He's got to pull him in. He's got to pull him in, because if he fights this kind of fight, that makes it more even. That makes it 50-50. If Chris manages to box and bash, then it stays 60-40. So it's a case of what game plan he chooses in the fight. He's got to choose the right game plan, otherwise it's a fatal mistake to how this fight turns out. And the other thing is, you've got two fighters that are very hungry, that are ambitious, that believe they'll win, that are going in the direction of winning. You've not got one fight that's on his way down and he gets involved in the fight and you think, I'm involved in this fight, I lose. This fight is important to win for both fighters. Both fighters need this for their career to progress.
Yeah, I'm sure the winner of this will then go straight back in the hunt for a world title fight, and there's a few names that have been mentioned already. I've got to ask you, obviously your weight was cruiserweight. What are your thoughts on the news of Canelo? I think the WBC have sanctioned the fight that he's going to fight Makabu for a world title for a 5th division. Do you think he wins that?
I actually thought Canelo would probably go towards Bivol or something like that. Stars make fights. Has he got the style to beat Makabu? Yeah, he has. Has he got the size to beat him? You know what? He surprises constantly when he's gone in there with bigger fighters. I think sometimes he might bite off a little more than he can chew. He has the speed. He definitely has the boxing ability, and he's taken a chance. It's done before. Ron Jones did it. He stepped to heavyweight. He had the right opponent. He had an opponent that wasn't too big. He had an opponent that had the weight, so his boxing ability shone. Makabu might be a little too big for him. Makabu might be a little bit too dangerous for him. But it's another intriguing fight.
Just before I let you go, just stepping up that one to heavyweight. I mean, the WBC convention was in Mexico last couple of days. I think a lot of fans and the public were thinking that they might mandate Dillian Whyte for Tyson Fury. That doesn't appear to be done. Do you think that will be done, or do you think that Fury may go a different route and look for the winner of Joshua and Usyk rematch after that?
You can't blame the fighters for this. Let's get that down. So this isn't Fury's fault, and definitely not Dylan's fault. 30 days ago, it was said, I'm quite sure you look back and look at your print by the WBC, that Tyson Fury's got he's got 30 days, and then they've got to have a date for fight. Now all of a sudden the fight's not going to happen. We're not sanctioning it until this arbitration is done. Dillian Whyte is the unluckiest active fighter going. He might get his chance when it's too late. I think it's a joke by the WBC, if I'm honest. And if they're saying waiting for this arbitration or whatever it is to go through, why didn't they do it now? What have they been doing all this time? What are they waiting for? Oh, arbitration might be next year. So why? What's the wait? Why have they been doing that? If the arbitration, whatever it is, what are they waiting for? So to me, it's a joke in these things. Unfortunately, governing bodies don't do themselves or sport any favour. But the problem is, they'll take the heat and then move on and carry on what they're doing. And to me, it stinks. I'm not going to big it up. I'm not going to dismiss it and say it's no big deal. Just it ain't cool.
And just finally, there's another big fight on Saturday night on Sky Sports. Late in the middle of the night, you've got pound for pound, arguably number one, along with Canelo, but Terence Buck Crawford, and he's out against Sean Porter. How do you think that goes, Johnny?
Good fight. I think Sean Porter is one of the most awkward, unorthodox fighters to get in there with, and if you're under par, you lose to him. Terence Crawford believes that Spence, Thurman and Brook didn't beat him, so he wants to make a statement. to say this is what I can do. You know, so I'm interested to see what else.
Good stuff. Thanks for your time as always, Johnny. See you soon.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.